おっと待ったカンガルー。この姿じゃ勝負にならずだよ。行くぞ。ストライク。
Hey guys, Valentine back here once again, and well, I'm hoping all of you are enjoying your Valentine's Day. Yeah, I certainly have not been enjoying mine. Not for any particular reason other than it's unreleased and confidential. But today I'm deciding to bring you guys a review. Y'all got my glad out due to my hatred of this holiday. Does not receive an episode today, but yeah. Let's take a look at one of the most heartbreaking series that involved, it was implied, but it involved love in the early tokusatsu days. So I bring you the Legend Rider series, Kamen Rider Stronger, with tag. So yeah, before we get on to why this is one of those heartbreaking tokusatsu dramas, let's just take a look at the tag first before anything else happens. So here is the tag. As you can see, here's a nice picture of Stronger on here. I can't really tell if it's the original Showa suit or if it's the new redesign, but it looks like it looks a lot more interesting as a tag. Here are a lot of the rider helmets, for example Ichigo, Witri, X, Skyrider, man, really, yeah, I can talk today. Super 1, Black, and Blackout X. That's concealed a little bit down there. So this is part of the Legendo Rider series, or Legend Rider series. They actually, the text is actually really small in this. He is number 6, and he is Kamen Rider Stronger. Of course, we just established that. Here is the Here is the series logo, the Toei Company permission thing, and I got it for $17.99. Yeah, it was not worth it, but it was a tribute to the late Shigeru Araki, who played Joe Shigeru in the actual series, Kamen Rider Stronger. He died 2 years ago due to pneumonia, and I felt that I need to pay tribute to him in some way because, well, Stronger is my second favorite Showa Rider series. Stronger here came in the same wave as this Saga here. Even though Saga was technically in 2012, they shared the 2009 version. As you can see, Ultraman stuck with the boxes for its final year, while Kamen Rider ditched the boxes completely and went for, you know, flimsy tags and hooks and so that. So we wasted enough time with that. One more thing, the tag actually has a corner cut off. This is not a modification made by the shop or anything. It's just there, so it's a little interesting. Let's get on to the figure itself. Stronger here looks very good. Some color choices are debatable. For example, the eyes here look really yellow and it's like a wrong shade of green or something. I'm not gonna talk too much about the color because I had to repaint this part and the green and the belt, since they didn't paint it. They didn't paint the little buckles on the little things on the belt. They painted the little rising sun symbols, so that's good. These parts were also painted, but they were of a wrong shade of green, and blue, so whatever. The back, these lines were not painted, and I had to fix some of that, but it wasn't too bad. It was nothing too horrible. Sculpt-wise, Stronger looks very accurate. They even got the correct spacing when it comes to the holes they poked for the actors to see out of these compound eyes. Unlike the actual suit, Stronger this time has a more prominent neck, because in the suit he was really just scrunched like this the entire time. But I at least enjoyed the fact that he had a neck. Also, I had to paint in the ears since they weren't there originally. The back of the figure, like usual Bandai standards, it's blank. The back of the horns are blank. And yeah, this part wasn't painted in, but it wasn't painted in on the SH figure arts either. I wanted to buy the SH figure arts, but I didn't have the money, so whatever. This guy's gonna have to. And the bottom of the boots are not painted again. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. He looks nice from a sculpt point of view. All of those details are in there. The S is actually carved in to the chest pad itself. Everything here is all sculpted on, so it looks very, very nice. You know, per Bandai standards. And he looks a lot more interesting than perhaps, say, Ultraman Jack here, since, you know, he has a lot more going on. But, you know, complexity is does not necessarily mean that it's good. Articulation, it's the same as any other humanoid figure from Bandai, with the exception of a few Boltons, Dada, etc., Gigi, etc. Stronger has arm articulation, but it's severely hindered by this football chest he has. And this is where Bandai brought in a very strange gimmick. I don't know why they brought it in, but I'm just going to show it to you guys. On the arm joint itself, or it's not really a joint, it's a ring. The arm ring itself, there's little bumps on it to, I don't even know do what, so. And this is also on Ultraman Saga, so I don't know what they were doing with these. I don't care. I really don't care. I mean, as long as, oh god, I can't pop it back in. Wow. Fail on camera, fail on camera. Come on. There we go. Okay. Did it work? And it kind of does work now. Nope. Alright, it's time to go back to using the old school technique of just pinching the hole in and then letting it expand on the inside. There we go. Now it's working. Perfect. Yeah, I don't know why there's silver paint on my fingers. I really don't care. But one of the biggest things I like about the paint is the metallic paint application on the mouthpiece. It looks very nice. Size-wise, this is another section where it falls pretty short. First of all, I can't really compare Stronger to any of the Kaijin that he fought, because to my knowledge, they never made any of the Stronger Kaijin in in the Bandai Kaijin line. They mainly focused on the Shocker people. For example, the Shocker Combat Man, Garangaranda, Ika Devil, etc. They really didn't have any Kikaijin. General Shadow's not there. Titan is not there. Yeah, and like none of the members of Black Satan or Delta Army were there. So let's just compare them with a few Ultraman stuff, because Ultraman is definitely better developed on this part. So let's compare to him with another Showa hero, Ultraman Jack. Ultraman Jack is pretty standard height, and if we compare it to Stronger is actually pretty darn tall. But that's mainly because of his horns. His horns give him an extra boost in height and makes him look taller, but he really isn't than Jack. But they do look eye to eye, and they look nice together. So, you know, show it for the win. no, not really. But that was that. I'm just gonna keep Saga in the box. Saga's about here, so it looks they still look nice together. I mean, we already have Jack from this series to compare it to. Next, for some Ultra Monsters, the only one I really have handy right now, and I feel like pulling out, is Sildron, because Sildron's important to me. And yeah, it looks okay. So even if Sildron was standing still, minus its additional height, he still doesn't look really correct next to Stronger. I mean, maybe if Stronger fought a human-sized Sildron, it would look a little better, but Sildron should be this tall to him. I don't know, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna get on to history last, because who cares about history? Well, for this review it matters, but you probably don't care. That's my analysis of it. And finally, for a human-sized monster, let's do Ultra Fight Bolton. They don't look that bad. They don't look that bad together. Bolton is, again, a little taller than Stronger. Well, not again. He's always taller than most of the figures, even for, this Bolton. And they look like they will put up a nice fight. He looks like a nice member of, like, Black Satan or something. I don't know. Like, whatever organization they decided to pit these guys against. Yeah. Finally, let's do a few random matchups. For example, the couple from Ultra Fight, since, you know, love is in the air. We got Icarus and Wu, and this is not a fan pair up. They were actually, you know, there was actually an episode called, what was it? No. There was an episode where Icarus goes on a date. So, yeah, I'm not making this up, guys. Leave me alone. And yeah, it's just, you know, it's just for fun. You know, these guys are not made to scale with anybody. And the date ended up with them killing each other and Wu killing Icarus. So whatever. And finally, let's do the channel mascot, Tigris. Again, it's just for fun. So let's go on to history about Stronger. Stronger was a pretty interesting series for me, since the first episode didn't start with how Stronger was made. It starts with Stronger defeating the first Black Satan Kikaijin, Kikaijin Gangaru, or it's just a corruption on the word kangaroo, because it was a kangaroo. And basically, the backstory of Kamen Rider Stronger is that Joe Shigeru actually, you know, I'm gonna have him lean backwards a little bit so he seems more heroic. Yeah. Joe Shigeru actually went to Black Satan himself and asked to be transformed into a altered human. And Black Satan took a quick look at his profile and was like, yeah, sure, you know, you're awesome, right? Like, you got like black belt in karate, American football captain, college student. Yeah, you look good. You're like prime Kikaiji material. So they turned him into this thing, Denki Stronga, or Electric Human Stronger. And yeah, that was the basic story of how Stronger came to be. And then Black Satan took him to make him swear allegiance to the Great Leader, which is actually the Great Leader of Shocker. Like, all the Great Leaders in the original Showa series were the same guy, actually. So, and then Shigeru pulls out this device and like, you try to put this thing in during my I'm just gonna use this bottle of paint as example. You tried to put this in to my head during the reconstruction, during the alteration surgery, but I realized it. So screw your Great Leader. Black Satan, you killed my friend when you tried to make him into a Kikaijin, so I'm going to swear to defeat you. And then he transforms into Stronger for the first time and escapes while rescuing Misaki Yuriko or Electric Wave Human Taco in the process. So that was Stronger's beginnings. I'm just gonna skip a lot of history for here because I'm just gonna be mumbling. Stronger eventually defeats Black Satan's Great Leader, the Satan Bug. One of the stupidest looking incarnations of the Great Leader I've ever seen. Like, come on, camera, zoom in. Like, focus on Stronger here. There we go. And yeah. So after Black Satan was defeated, the runaway commander of Black Satan, or second in command, General Shadow, who was replaced by Dead Lion sometime in the series, Titan was killed. General Shadow went rogue after the Great Leader chose Dead Lion, and Dead Lion went missing. But then he was eventually killed in the Kamen Rider Spirits manga. We're not gonna get to that, but whatever. So let's just say for now that basically all of Black Satan's officials are dead, because they are. General Shadow formed the Delta Army, and well, they fight Stronger. Their corpse was actually their army was actually pretty strong because none of them were affected by Stronger's electrical attacks, and that's Stronger's deal. He's, you know, electrical human. And after defeating a couple of the members, for example, what was it, Oyawashi Stanjo or something like that, and yeah, and like Staff Officer Steel, etc. Taco gets killed by Dr. Kate of Delta Army, and so Stronger undergoes surgery to become charged up. and destroys the rest of the members of Delta Army except General Shadow, who was the last one living. And then the other riders start pulling from all over the world back to Japan, chasing after the secondary Delta Corps, which involved Marshall Machine and a few of his goons. So they end up defeating Delta, and Delta's great leader reveals that he was the great leader of all the previous organizations. And it turns out that he was this alien brain from space or something like that, or something, I don't know. And they destroy him, and peace is restored. And that was basically Stronger's backstory. Stronger was originally intended to be the last Lead Rider series, and of course, as we know, 4 years later after this guy, Skyrider came in, and it's like, alright, we're bringing this back. So, yeah, that was that. So after rambling so much about history that nobody really cares about, what do I think of the figure in general? Well, it's a decent figure. It's an ultra hero. It's basically an ultra hero series figure with a belt and some armor and a helmet and a scarf or a muffler in this case. So I would recommend it if you are a fan of Stronger and you want a Stronger that matches in size with his rivals, which are the Ultraman, of course. Except it's Ultraman Leo, not Jack, whatever. But if you want posability, you obviously go with this. There's no competition with that. So yeah, in the end, I give this figure. It's the holidays. Let's give him a pass. I'll give him a 5 out of 5. He does everything he needs to do. Traditional Bandai style. I mean, I stopped expecting much from Bandai a long time ago. I mean, the belt not being painted, that doesn't really matter. I mean, you look at the figure from the front, it looks nice, and you buy it. That's all you do. Price, how much it's worth? I would say about $10 at max. I bought him because it was an impulsive buy, and I felt sort of like it was my duty to buy him or something. So, yeah. I recommend it to, Stronger fans or people who want, something really cool to look at. I mean, this is a pretty cool looking rider. And yeah. So, happy Valentine's Day, and this is Yao Knight, signing out.